Kxo, California.
I'm Chris Rose with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Brock Purdy tossed for 4 touchdowns, a pair to Deebo Samuel, who also added a rushing touchdown. Niners dominate the Eagles 42-19 in an NFC title game rematch. Tyreek Hill, 157 yards receiving, 2 more scores as the Dolphins beat the Commanders 45-15. Jared Goff tossed for 2 scores in the Lions' 33-28 win over the Saints. New Orleans quarterback Derek Carr left with shoulder and back injuries. The Saints also announced he is in concussion protocol. The Cardinals beat the Steelers 24-10. Pittsburgh quarterback Kenny Pickett suffered an ankle injury. Will definitely miss Thursday night's game against the Patriots. Michael Pittman Jr. caught a 4-yard walk-off touchdown in overtime as the Colts beat the Titans 31-28. And on Sunday Night Football, the Packers stunned the defending Super Bowl champion Chiefs 27-19. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0577 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0577.
Wendy's Peppermint Frosty and Frosty Cream Cold Brew make the perfect gift for anyone in your life. Especially for you. Yeah, this year you're sitting on your own lap and getting yourself what you want. Finally. And now every day this season, unlock 20% off your total when you get any small, medium, or large Frosty in the Wendy's app. So order something from your own wish list this year.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's with app offer and registration. Applies to menu items only. Taxes and fees excluded.
I just checked and found out it is a Monday. It is the 4th day of December, 2023. And we are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO El Centro. 7:30 on this Monday. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning to you.
It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood, and we've got at least another week of absolutely gorgeous weather.
Yeah, we're going to maybe get a tad warmer.
A little bit warmer, yes.
Just a tad.
And we can handle that.
Yes, we're going to have to handle it anyway. So,
well, our friends from Saskatchewan, Alberta, and British Columbia have no problem with 78 degrees.
They're handling it very well.
Yes. Oh, a river, lots of rain up in the Pacific Northwest right now.
Yeah, Oregon and in Washington.
Yes. So we'll just enjoy what we have. So how was the Friday night parade and how was the Saturday morning parade?
Well, the Friday night parade was great. We had a little bit of a nip in the air, so it made it feel like Christmas for desert rats, at least. So that was a good thing. And had a good turnout. They said probably one of the larger turnouts, about 1,500 people they had.
Okay, I saw a picture of you and Dippy Duck.
Yeah, Dippy and I were hanging out, trading, stories and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay.
So it was fun.
Yeah, okay, and the Saturday morning El Centro parade?
That was an all-time record, 140 entries. And I know that for a fact. The very last entry that came by, of course, was good old St. Nick. He was 140. Not 140 years old, but he was the 140th entry.
Okay.
So it looked real good.
And did you get to sit on Santa's knee and tell him what you wanted?
No, somebody had let him in that it was a pretty long-winded conversation. So.
Okay. Santa will be here in the KXO studios later this week.
That's what I hear.
And he'll be available for kids of any age to call and talk to Santa.
Yeah. Let him know what you would like for Christmas, that kind of thing?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
So we're looking forward to that. And how about some birthdays?
How about some?
Okay. Remember Wink Martindale?
I do remember Wink. I didn't think he was still with us, but then I found out differently.
Well, the Winker is 90 today.
Wow.
Singer Freddie Boom Boom Cannon, 87. Actor, producer, director Max Baer Jr. Jethro on the Beverly Hillbillies. He's 86. Woo. Bass player Bob Mosley of Moby Grape, 81. Chris Hillman of the Byrds and the Flying Burrito Brothers is 79. Actor Jeff Bridges, 74. Actor Patricia Wettig, 72. Actor Tony Todd is 69. Actor Chelsea Noble is 59. Actor Marissa Tomei is 59. And actor Kevin Sussman, 53. Model Tyra Banks, 50. Actor Lindsay Felton, 39. Actor Orlando Brown, 36. Actor Scarlett Estevez, 16. Local birthdays coming up.
3rd and 7 coming up for the Raiders. Throws, and he's got his tight end barrel. It's nothing but green grass in front of him. 10.
The Las Vegas Raiders are on FM 107.5.
Took a lick and spun out of it. It's a 27-yard pickup.
Don't miss any of the action. Raiders football on FM 107.5 is brought to you by
Southwest Security Services, now Central RV Service Center, Brownie's Diner, and the Town Pump.
Raiders and the Vikings Sunday, 12:30 on FM 107.5. Happy birthday, Irene Contreras, Blanca Estela Jimenez, Andrew Herrera, Mike Silva, Perro Rosas, Dr. El Nawihi, Carmen Nolta, Pablo Vargas Hernandez, Fernando Fernandez, Terry Wilson, Catherine Moran, Kenny Caldera, Rosemary Pesel, Justin Kiro Singh, Lori Cobley, Angel Bastida, Julian Escalera, Brian Ortiz, Brennan Brown, Yolanda Negrete. Happy birthday from KXO. I don't know if you noticed, Gene, but there's a new 52-inch flat screen TV in the KXO DJ Lounge.
But I know that things are getting tough. They need a good-sized TV to be able to read.
Yeah, well, Gabe Lemhus picked up the 52-inch flat screen TV. He bought it off a homeless guy for $20. Problem is, when you turn it on, all you get is the KFC menu.
Yep, that's right. And it probably has sticky fingers on the screen, too.
Well, actually, it's finger-licking good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still with us.
Anyway, we've got a look at world and California news, local news, sports, financial news, weather, and Louise is back with her puppy raiser.
Yeah, so we got her on the phone this morning? Or?
We texted, and she's doing fine. She misses us, but she's happy to be home. So,
well, that's good. And she'll go into service, what, in another month?
She's scheduled to go back to Guide Dogs of the Desert in March to begin her training.
Okay.
And in case you're interested in raising a puppy for Guide Dogs of the Desert, they have some Labrador Retriever pups and some standard poodle pups that are ready to go out to puppy raisers.
All right. So, did you say staggered or standard?
Standard poodles.
Okay.
Yes.
Not staggered. I wondered how that would work.
Only those with a drinking problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're not allowing them anymore.
No.
So.
Yeah, okay. We've got news. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's a look at world and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. The Supreme Court's begun hearing a challenge to a controversial settlement with opioid maker Purdue Pharma and the family that owns the company. Deputy Solicitor General Curtis Gannon.
The Sackler family members took billions of dollars from Purdue in the years before Purdue's bankruptcy, but have not filed for bankruptcy protection themselves and have made only a portion of their assets available.
A Marvel movie star is at court in New York City.
He discovered that there were universes stacked on top of his own.
A jury hears opening arguments today in Jonathan Major's domestic assault case. His ex claims he attacked her in a taxi after she grabbed his phone. 3 days after a temporary truce with Hamas collapsed, Israeli military officials say ground troops are spreading out in Gaza. CBS's Robert Berger.
Families fear that Israel's military offensive in Gaza is endangering their loved ones, and they're urging the government to bring the hostages home at any price.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news: investigation continuing after the bodies of a man, woman, and dog were found where a home burned amid explosions of ammunition. Happened in San Dimas. Fire Captain Eric Scott saying local residents provided fire crews with valuable information.
They gave us early intel of concerns that they kind of had of this home and the neighbor. The fact that they had weapons and ammunition, and that assisted us in our defensive posture.
Firefighters extinguishing the fire in a little over an hour. That's when they found the weapons, the ammunition, and the remains. The chief of the LA Police Department expressing relief that a suspect is in custody in the murders of at least 4 people.
I'm grateful that this suspect in this case is in custody and no longer a threat to our community.
Suspect Jared Joseph Powell accused of killing 3 homeless men and an LA County employee who allegedly shot to death in front of the man's house. Meta facing a $600 million privacy lawsuit in Spain. Legal challenge accusing the social giant of having no legal basis for processing user data. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
It's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. 3 locations in the valley at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Taking a look at the latest in local news, it's a Monday morning. A man was arrested for driving under the influence when he was found asleep at the wheel of his car. At about 7:30 a.m. Saturday, employees of an El Centro convenience store told El Centro police that the man had been in the store and appeared to be intoxicated. Officers found the man behind the wheel of his car in the parking lot of the store. A field sobriety test was conducted, and it was determined the man was under the influence of alcohol or drugs. He was booked at Imperial County Jail. Other local news: an early morning Sunday, a morning fire claimed a life. Yuma County Sheriff's Office and Rural Metro Fire responded to a residential fire at 5:20 a.m. on Sunday. On arrival, emergency responders found a manufactured home in the 400 block of South May Avenue, completely engulfed in flames, with the report of an individual still inside. Rural Metro Fire extinguished the blaze, and the occupant of the fire was found dead in the house. Identity of the victim was not released pending notification of next of kin. Cause of the fire remains under investigation. KXO News Time, 7:42.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Real Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Central Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
Continuing with more local news, a search for free-range chickens in El Centro has apparently ended. For several months, El Centro Animal Control and police officers have been searching for chickens that have been reported roaming in the 1200 block of Pepper Drive. The chickens eluded all efforts to capture them, and officers were reported roaming in the 1200 block of Pepper Drive. The chickens eluded all efforts to catch them. It just seemed to be impossible. Thursday, 3 chickens were finally corralled. The 3 were taken to the El Centro pound, but one of the feathered fowl were able to flee and last seen flying away from the pound.
An update on that, Gene. 3 more of the chickens were captured over the weekend.
Wow. Well, we also had the great owls in our neighborhood last night.
Okay, well, maybe we ought to move them over to the 1200 block of Pepper, and they'll take care of the chicken problem.
Yeah, I thought maybe that just might happen, but who knows?
Hey, I'm going to miss the eggs.
Yes, that's right. It's really interesting how you go up that pole, though. They were sitting on top of the pole last night.
Okay.
That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. It's the Peanut Patch. We're going to make your holiday shopping so easy. Just visit the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Well, Donna and Pat are celebrating their 26th anniversary at the Peanut Patch, and you're going to love what you see. You see, they've been taking care of people for so many years because they do it right. They've got a great variety of gift packs, and they can ship them anywhere in the world to your friends and loved ones. The Peanut Patch, open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Yuma time, closed on Sundays. Visit the Peanut Patch. You're going to love what you see. Pecan turtles. How about yogurt-covered peanuts? I mean, they make them right there, and you're going to love how fresh they are, how tasty they are, and when you give them as gifts, people are going to love what you give them. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. How do you get there? Google the Peanut Patch. You'll get directions. It's easy. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. You're going to love the Peanut Patch. Page 2 of the local news and weather brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday and happy hour 3 p.m. till 6 p.m. daily.
Well, we continue local news with this statement this morning. Some people never learn. An El Centro transient was arrested early Sunday morning after stealing from a convenience store. It was his second encounter with the El Centro police in an hour. At about 11:20 p.m., Saturday, police responded to the report of a man attempting to break into a vehicle at 8th and Adams Avenue. The owner of the pickup truck was able to chase the suspect and then identify him for the police. The suspect, a 28-year-old transient, was cited and released for malicious mischief. Less than an hour later, the same suspect was arrested at the convenience store for theft. He was again detained by El Centro police, but this time he was booked into Imperial County Jail on charges of burglary and theft. Well, Sunday evening, yes, that's true, you felt an earthquake. Just before 11, Sunday night, a quake struck. It was 3.1 on the Richter scale. It was centered 7.1 miles east of Ocotillo in the city of California. A pedestrian was injured in a hit-and-run accident on Friday morning. The accident happened at about 9:35 a.m. Friday in the 1400 block of Main Street in El Centro. An older man was struck by a mid-size SUV with Baja California plates, driven by a woman. The vehicle fled the scene. The pedestrian sustained minor injuries. Investigators are reviewing video footage from local businesses at this time. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
At Burgers and Beer, Christmas is one of the most important times of the year for us. It's a time for us to stop and give thanks for our blessings and celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Let the spirit of love gently fill our hearts and homes. In this loveliest of seasons, may you find many reasons for happiness. Wishing you and your family health, happiness, peace, and prosperity this holiday season and in the coming new year. From your Burgers and Beer family.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says a strong ridge of high pressure will build across the region over the next couple of days, leading to a noticeable warming trend. By tomorrow afternoon, high temperatures across the Imperial and Yuma valleys will top out in the mid to upper 70s, possibly as high as 80. Dry conditions and above normal temperatures will continue through Friday, but a passing weather system will result in temperatures cooling back closer to normal next weekend. 70, the high in the valley yesterday, 44, the overnight low. Today, partly sunny with a high near 73. West-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming north this afternoon. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 52. West-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 78. West wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming north-northeast in the afternoon. We have 48 degrees downtown El Centro, 66% relative humidity. Wind out of the west-southwest at 325 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to kxoradio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps South Network, working together to provide you the best care. The NCAA football playoffs, they're set. Yeah, not everybody's happy. Number 1, Michigan will face number 4, Alabama in the Rose Bowl semifinal. It'll be played January 1st in Pasadena. Number 2, Washington will face off against number 3, Texas. They also will meet on New Year's Day in the Sugar Bowl, held in New Orleans. Yes, and then the CFP National Championship set for Monday, January 8th in Houston. Yeah, the winners of the semifinals will meet. And Georgia not happy. Yeah, they didn't. They didn't make the playoffs. Anyway, we'll take a look at the NFL coming up.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And by the way, Florida State undefeated. They didn't make it. Yeah, they're not happy at all. I'm sure there'll be a congressional investigation. NFL action yesterday. The Colts topped the Titans 31-28 in overtime. Meanwhile, the Chargers, they won. It was ugly. But the Chargers shut out the Patriots 6-0. Lions dumped the Saints 33-28. It was the Falcons over the Jets 13-8. Cardinals ripped the Steelers 24-10. Dolphins dumped the Commanders 45-15. Texans topped the Broncos 22-17. It was the Buccaneers beating the Panthers 21-18. Rams ran past the Browns 36-19. 49ers over the Eagles 42-19. Packers, they beat the Chiefs 27-19. Coming up, Monday Night Football right here, the Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. We've got games starting at 4:30 on AM 1230 KXO. Winter meetings underway in baseball, and among the activity, the Atlanta Braves acquired outfielder Jared Kelenic, left-hander Marco Gonzalez, and first baseman Evan White from the Seattle Mariners. It cost them right-handers Jackson Cower and Cole Phillips, kicking off the winter meetings with a money-dumping deal by the Mariners that netted the Braves the high upside outfielder. And more action expected as those winter meetings continue for the baseball executives. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Well, Bitcoin hits its highest level in 18 months as investors gear up for ETF approval. The price of Bitcoin soared above 40,000 on early trading today, hitting its highest level in 18 months. Investors are looking ahead to a lower interest rate environment and key regulatory approvals that could make the crypto asset more mainstream. And Alaska Air says they want to buy Hawaiian Airlines for $1.9 billion. The two major airlines are looking at joining forces. Two of the most consumer-friendly airlines looking to join forces. It will take a lot to get that approved by the federal regulators. And taking a look at what's happening with U.S. stocks right now, the market showing red. The Dow down 175 points at 36,070. The S&P 500 down 47 points at 4,547. The NASDAQ is off 239 points at 14,065. The stocks tiptoeing lower on early trading today after 5 weeks of a rally mode. Meanwhile, gold off $44.30 an ounce, and oil down 2 cents a barrel. Yeah, sure, you're going to see that at the pump almost immediately, right? Coming up, we've got a little bit of weather for you.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be partly sunny today with a high near 73, west-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming north this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 52, west-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Sunny on Tuesday with a high near 78, west wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming north-northeast in the afternoon. And we have 49 degrees downtown, 65% relative humidity, wind out of the west-southwest 3 to 5. We are looking for upper 70s starting tomorrow through most of the week. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Attention high school sports fans. Are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in California needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kathan.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it now?
The emotions run high outside the U.S. Supreme Court. Justices are hearing arguments in the multi-billion-dollar bankruptcy settlement with OxyContin maker Purdue Pharma that shields members of the Sackler family, which owns the company, from lawsuits. Deputy Solicitor General Curtis Gannon.
It permits the Sacklers to decide how much they're going to contribute. It grants the Sacklers the functional equivalent of a discharge, what they might get if they themselves were in bankruptcy, though even such a discharge would not extend, as this one does, to claims involving fraud and willful misconduct.
The U.S. military says 3 commercial ships in the Red Sea were struck by ballistic missiles fired from Houthi-controlled Yemen, and an American warship shot down 3 drones in self-defense during the hours-long assaults. In Gaza, Israel widens its ground offensive, bombarding Hamas targets in the Gaza Strip. CBS's Robert Berger in Jerusalem.
Israel is calling for mass evacuations of the southern Gaza city of Khan Yunis, which is known as a Hamas stronghold. The problem is that hundreds of thousands of Palestinian refugees fled to this area when Israel attacked northern Gaza a few weeks ago, and now these Palestinians say they have nowhere else to go.
The Biden administration is sending Congress an urgent warning today about the need to approve tens of billions of dollars in military and economic assistance to Ukraine before it all runs out at year's end. Off the coast of Japan, more has been found after last week's fatal military aircraft crash. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
The U.S. Air Force Special Operations Command says U.S. and Japanese teams had a breakthrough and located the Osprey main fuselage and found the bodies of 5 service members. 2 have been recovered. 1 was also located on the day of the crash. 8 service members were on board when it went down.
Federal regulators will have the next say on Alaska Airlines' deal to buy Hawaiian Airlines for $1.9 billion. Ben Minicucci is the Alaska Airlines CEO.
We have a deep and long-held respect for Hawaii and Hawaiian as an airline, an employer,
and the embodiment of Hawaii's culture.
The Pacific Northwest getting inundated with rain from what forecasters call an atmospheric river. CBS News meteorologist David Parkinson's paying attention to it.
We are looking at the potential of 8 to 12 inches of rain along both the Olympic Peninsula, down the Washington coast, and then the Oregon coast.
And checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 160 points. NASDAQ is down 238. This is CBS News.
You don't need a job platform, you need a hiring partner. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
Hey, you. The one on the couch who just told your friend you can't go out because you're busy? Ready to get real about your psoriasis? When your current treatments don't do enough to help control the inflammation beneath the skin, causing plaques and pain, stressing and scratching, it's time to stop hiding and get real with your dermatologist so they can help you get clear. Get real clear about psoriasis at letsgetrealclear.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hold on to your jingle bells. Pluto TV has all your holiday favorites for free. Enjoy Christmas classics like Scrooge with Bill Murray or Last Holiday with Queen Latifah. Plus, dive into festive channels like Holiday Movie Favorites by Lifetime or Hallmark Movies and more. Download the Pluto TV app on all your favorite devices and start streaming holiday favorites on live channels and on demand. With thousands of free movies and TV shows, Pluto TV is your home for the holidays. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
Riz is slang for charisma, and a popular word this year.
How about you? Got game?
I have no Riz whatsoever. I have limited Riz. My brother Paddy has ultimate Riz.
That's actor Tom Holland, who sent the internet into a tizzy when he used the term to describe his romantic appeal. Now, Oxford University Press has chosen Riz as its 2023 Word of the Year. And if you don't have any, not to worry, even a Hollywood star can be lacking.
I'm locked up, so I'm happy and in love, so I've got no need for Riz.
Riz beat out contenders like situationship, prompt, de-influencing, and Swiftie. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Spotify says it's axing 17% of its global workforce in the music streaming service's third round of layoffs this year. It's trying to cut costs while focusing on becoming profitable. The CEO says it's part of a strategic reorientation. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for years, which is help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
Who's the honcho around here?
Carroll Buckley.
I am. Where are you?
Carroll Buckley.
Broadcast me out on the radio. 1230